Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19. Students, here we are going to start new chapter number 16 from the civics part, that is our constitution. So let us begin, students. Rules and laws. Before understanding about the constitution, let us start with the example to understand rules and laws. Importance of rules and laws. Here we are going to start or begin with football, a game many of you have probably heard of or even played. As the name suggests, this is a game that involves the player's feet. According to the rules of football, if the ball touches the arm of any player except goalkeeper, then this is considered a foul. So if players start holding the footballs, in their hands and passing it around, then they are not playing football anymore. Similarly, other games such as hockey or cricket also have rules according to which they are played. So each of these rules helps define the game and helps us distinguish one game from another. So as these are fundamentals to game, we can also call them the constitutive rules of the game. Like these games, a society also has constitutive rules that make it what it is and differentiate it from other kind of societies. So in large society in which different communities of people live together, these rules are formulated through consensus, and in modern countries, this consensus is usually available in written form. A written document in which we find such rules is called a constitution. Rule of law. Rule of law means that every citizen of the country is equal in the eyes of law. There is no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, sex, social and economic status. So on any ground there is no discrimination among the people. Everybody is required to follow a set of laws, be it the people or government, official or the elected representative of people who form the government. Means there is no discrimination on any ground. All are equal before the law, and the law treat equally with all kinds of people in the society. In fact, rule of law is the basic foundation of democratic system and the basis of all types of equalities. Therefore, rule of law demands that those who are occupying positions of power should not be allowed to act in an arbitrary or an unlawful manner. So the people who are in the society, they have to follow all these laws and rules. On the other hand, the common man should be provided protection by law to enable her or him to enjoy equal rights. Unless the rules and laws are there, the people cannot enjoy their freedom. So that point of view, the rules of law are very important. But let us not forget that equal rights are not possible without discharging equal responsibilities. So as the rights are important, similarly responsibilities are also important for us that has to be followed by us. Why does a country need a constitution? So let us think about why does a country need a constitution? Today, most countries in the world have a constitution. While all democratic countries likely to have a constitution, it is not necessary that all countries that have a constitution are democratic. Means the country is having constitution, it doesn't mean that country is a democratic country. The constitution serves several purposes. First, it lays out certain ideals that form the basis of all kinds of country that we as citizens aspire to live in. Means this constitution provides us that rules and regulations to form the ideal condition, to bring ideal condition in which we people want to live. Or put another way, a constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. So it tells us the nature of our society also. A country is usually made up of different communities of people who share certain beliefs but not necessarily agree on all issues. That different community of people share certain beliefs means the different people in the society have their different beliefs, but it is not necessary that all are agree on all issues. So a constitution helps serve as a set of rules and principles that all person in a country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. So as there are different type of people, different kinds of people in the society, they may have their different aspiration, different goals, their different thinking, and they may not agree upon their different rules and ideas, beliefs. But that constitution helps to serve as a set of rules and principles that all the people in the society, all the people in the country can agree upon. So this includes not only the type of government but also an agreement on certain ideals that they all believe the country should uphold. It brings an agreement on certain ideals that they believe the country should uphold. Means what kind of different ideals a country should have. Over that, some kind of agreements are given in the constitution, okay, that all the people will follow all these rules and regulation to bring a ideal condition in the society. Now the constitution. A constitution is a body of fundamental rules according to which the government of a country functions. In certain, it contains the powers and functions of the various organ of the government and their mutual relationship. So here in the constitution already it is given that their powers and functions has been divided. It also defines the right of citizens and the relation between government and its citizens. So what are the different rights given to the citizen and how the government will treat with the citizen, how the citizens will be consider their government, in what way they will be related to the government, how the government will be related to the citizen. All these rules and regulations are given in the constitution. So therefore, in the Indian democratic setup, the constitution is a pivot and the primary source of our laws, as it is bringing a relationship between government and citizens. So it gives a detailed descriptions of fundamental principles on the basis of which the laws are made and the country works. So need of a constitution in our country. So we know that India is a vast country with various physical, cultural and social diversities. So physical diversity is there, different type of people in their physique, their appearance, the different type of people following the different cultures. Social diversity is there, belonging to different religion, belonging to different caste. So too many variations are there, diversities are there. The different people belonging to different region who speak different languages have very different lifestyle. Though different in beliefs and actions, they have many things in common. Yet they may or may not agree on all issues. Maybe they are common in some of the ways, but they may agree also on the different issues or may not. Therefore, the Constitution provide a set of rules, principles and laws acceptable to almost all. So as the basis of life and government of a country. It is a multi-purpose document which cater to our needs, requirements, future aspirations, and the ideals set before us. So what ideal condition we have to bring in our future in our country, that all are given in the constitution. So to meet these requirements, the constitution serves the following purposes. The Indian constitution serves the following purposes: defines the country's political system. So what will be the political system? It is defined by this constitution. Provides certain significant guidelines that help in decision making within a democratic setup. As we know that in our country there is a democracy, and according to that democratic setup, how the different decisions will be taken by the government, that all are given very clearly in the constitution. Lays down rules and provides safeguard against the misuse of power and abuse of authority which leads to gross injustice by those in power. So here it provides safeguard against misuse of power also, or any kind of abuse of authority, means misuse of their authority and power. Guarantees certain rights based on equality to establish social, political and economic justice. Ensures that minority groups are not deprived of the benefits available to the majority groups. Ensures that majority groups does not dominate the minority. Guards our national interest. Does not allow dictatorial biased decision, means that dictatorship should not come in our country's government decision, that are also given in the constitution, which may change very basic structure of the constitution. So that is not allowed by the constitution for our government. and plays a crucial role in democratic societies toward achievement of the desired goal, and it helps to achieve the desired goals for, and that ultimate desired goal is development and bringing the living standard up to a very higher level. Vision and values of Indian Constitution. The Constitution of a country reflects its distinctive feature, culture, and ethos. Ethos is here nature of that country. The Constitution of France, here off word is left. Uh, the Constitution of France and the US, that is United States, are the product of political revolution. But the British Constitution is not written as it is the overcome of gradual evolution. Meaning to say here that Constitution of France and United States of such countries, that is a product of political revolution, whatever political revolution took place in the country, and as a result of that revolution, that constitution of these country formed. Here, the British Constitution is not written as it is outcome of gradual evolution. Means with the passage of time, whatever different changes are taking place, whatever experience is held by the people, and on the basis of those experience, that the constitution of the country is framed, but that is not written. Unlike the US, UK, the constitution of India is the result of serious deliberations of representative body called the Constituent Assembly, which was an indirectly elected body. So the people were elected to frame constitution of our country. So most of the members of this Constituent Assembly represented Hindu, Muslims, Sikh, Anglo-Indians, Christians, Harijans, Parsis, etc. Means it was tried to bring the members from all these different religions, different castes, so that they should represent their different religion, caste, and take part in the framing of constitution. The assembly included eminent personalities like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Maulana Azad, K.M. Munshi, J.B. Kripalani, C. Rajagopalachari, Pattabhi Sitaramaiah, Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Mr. Gopalaswamy Iyengar. All these eminent members were there in the Constituent Assembly. There were 15 female members also in the Constituent Assembly, like Sachita Kripalani, Sarojini Naidu, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, so such many more, that all these female members were also made members of this Constituent Assembly to take part in the decision making in framing of constitution. Some ideals were included in the Constitution of Free India, like commitment to democracy and guarantee of justice, equality, and freedom to all people. So the maker of constitution were also very much concerned about feeding starved, as we know that India faced a lot of this problem before the independence, that is starvation, clothing, and naked, and ending the exploitation of already deprived and depressed section of the society. So the constitution framers were very much concerned about these problems to solve as soon as possible. Therefore, the preamble was included in the beginning of the constitution. The preamble is an introduction to the constitution. It is introduction to the constitution and is non-justiciable. It contains the political philosophy, aims, objectives, and basic purpose of the constitution. So what is the basic purpose of the constitution? That is already given in the preamble. The goals set of this constitution, that all are given in the preamble. It is called the soul of constitution. Soul, concept of the soul. So that soul of constitution is the preamble. Means whatever different rules and regulations are given in the constitution, that are moving around this preamble of the constitution. The court regard it as a key to interpret the constitution. If we want to explain in short the constitution, that is in the form of preamble of the constitution. So let us look at the preamble to the Constitution of India. So this is the preamble of our Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India has preamble, as here written, that we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Sovereign means not under the control of any outside body from the country. So fully self-controlled, the Indian democracy, socialist, giving equal rights to all the people from different society. No, secular, giving equal importance to all the religions. Democratic republic. Democratic concept is that country is having elected body to rule over the people. Means people are electing their representative, electing their members to govern the country. Means rule of people by the people. And republic, that is, they are under control of that written document, different written rules and regulations, and to secure to all its citizens. So meaning of these, again, justice. What kind of justice should be there? Social, economic, and political justice should be there for all. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. So all these kind of liberties are given to the people of India. Equalities of status and opportunity to the people of India, and to promote among them all. Fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. So that way, all are given equal importance in the society and equally treated in the society, so that they can live together without any kind of discrimination. So in our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November, as it was on the announced on 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Means it was hand over to ourselves only, that Constitution, on this day, and it was implemented on 26th January 1950. So this was all about a student. Here, few two questions are there on the basis of today's discussion. Why does a country need constitution? So what is the importance of constitution? By writing that, you can give answer of this question. Why does a country need constitution? And second question is, write preamble in your notebook. You have to write the preamble, this preamble only, in your notebook, and decorate it with pencil or plastic color. Don't use a sketch pen color, don't use watercolor, otherwise your writing material will be spoiled. So that way you will write the preamble in your copy. Either you write on a white sheet and then decorate and paste in your copy, or directly you write and decorate in your copy. As you can do, you will be doing. So this was all about today's topic. We'll meet in the next module, students. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.